Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. Once again, we're back and we have an exclusive webinar. And this one is exclusive in that things change, right? So now the starter vendor, they're changing up now. And in this presentation, at the end of this presentation, I'm gonna give you an exclusive look at the vendors that are being used now, okay? So thanks everybody for coming. Today we're gonna talk about how to get $250,000 in business credit for your EIN. That's not linked to your social security number, and easily get loans and credit lines. Okay. Just so y'all know who I am, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. I'm the CEO at businesscreditbuilder.us LLC. Peep my contacts, right? Let's see. On the bottom, there are two buttons, and these buttons will be presented throughout the presentation. But the bottom left button is how you get business credit, how to get a free guide on business credit. You just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide, and make sure y'all taking notes, right? And I'm going to give out other websites throughout the presentation that are going to be businesscreditbuilder.us/something, right? So the next button is how to get a free business credit consultation. That's when I talk to you about how my business can help your business in any way. Got websites, we do accounting, we help you build your business credit, we help you set up your business, right? Or if you need some docs, all type of stuff we help you with. And that's how you get linked up with us /consult. All right, here goes a little bit of background. I'm from New York. I went to Morehouse College for accounting. My first job out of Morehouse College was with the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. And I worked there a few years, bust that out. Then they laid me off, right? And then I got another corporate job. So I've been in the corporate a little bit, right? But I've always been entrepreneurial. And I started a company called MediaNet USA Incorporated. At MediaNet USA, what we do is bookkeeping and accounting for small businesses. And we also do websites for small businesses. And now we talk about business credit, okay? So what we will cover today, how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not your social, even if you're a startup or have bad personal credit now. Then immediately start using it to get the credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. And how you can access loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. This all can be done, and I'm gonna show you how to do it right then, there, and now. All right, who got in here? Who got in here? Gigi. Gigi's in the building. She got credit, business, and e-commerce. Frankie got a hair salon. What up, Frankie? We got April, medical billing and coding. April's a regular. Jermaine, credit repair business. All right. New York in the hills. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. Pamela, she's into entertainment, event production. Oh, that's my specialty right there. I'm trying to tell you, that's my specialty right there. Miss Pamela. All right. I gets down on that area right there. I ain't going front. All right. Okay. Here we go. Most people fail trying to get money and grow their business. Most people try to get money from their bank when they need money. Most don't know that EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Now that's a key piece right there. This is an easy thing that people mess up on right there. All right. This is what I want to say about that. Building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. Okay. So there's no skipping steps. You know how like we like to do, like skip the lunch line and shit like that, right? Can't skip steps in business credit, all right? Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is valuable based on business strengths. Okay. Oh, what else? Other thing I need to tell y'all. I'm gonna be going really fast because at the end of this presentation, I'm gonna let y'all see the starter vendors right in my control panel, right? You don't normally show people, but we're gonna go in there at the end of this presentation. And I'm gonna be going real fast. So take notes, and then I'm gonna be stopping at different intervals to see if you got questions. You can write your questions in the chat or you can open up your mic. All right? So bust it. This seminar is for you. If you are looking for money to start and grow a business, or you want to build business credit that's not linked to your social. Okay, let's get down. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's. The business qualifies for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Okay, why business credit is awesome. Check out the hashtag though. Hashtag business credit is realer than real. No, hashtag business credit is real. I flipped the script on that one. Okay. Has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed to build business credit. Business credit building is fast. Anyone can see your business credit reports. With business credit, you have greater borrowing ability. No cash flow, no collateral cash flow or good credit is needed to build business credit. Point blank. All right? All right. And with business credit, you get access to loans and credit lines. What's up? All right. Every successful business in America has business credit. This is how business is done. Y'all know the routine. All right. Okay. So what you see right now is what anybody can see for free. All right. There's a place on the Experian website that you can put your business name in or any business name in, and you can figure out if they have a record on your business already. Okay. This is Facebook. They're from Menlo Park, California. And the piece that I want to bring to your attention is the trade lines. You see that right there? Trade lines. Okay. They got 40 trade lines. So let's go over what a trade line is, just so that we all are on the same page. Okay. And it's important to know what a trade line is, because the trade line is the basis for building business credit. Just like for a house, the brick is the basis. You build a house with these bricks and you keep building the bricks up and you got a strong house, right? So that's how you got to deal with business credit. It's the trade lines or the bricks. The more bricks we got, then the more business credit we have, right? That are paying on time, right? Okay, but here we go. This is what a trade line is. Say we go to a vendor, a company, they give us credit, right? So now we got credit. We buy something on credit, which means we have the item and they gave us an invoice to pay, right? Now it's time to pay that invoice. And what happens when we pay that invoice is this. That company sends a report to the business credit reporting agencies. And that report says this. It says, XYZ company, they got an account with us. They got a limit of X amount of dollars they can spend with us, right? Their limit. And they made a purchase and they paid it off in X amount of days. And they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies. The business credit reporting agencies then put that on your credit report. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. Okay? Do we have any questions about what a trade line is? Any questions? You could type it in the chat, open up your mic, y'all are down for that? All right. We got the educated, well, that's, all right. Y'all understand what that is, right? All right, bet. Let's move forward.
One question.
Okay, go ahead. Who's that? Our niece.
Yes.
All right, run it.
So that's one type right there. Are there different types of trade lines, or it doesn't matter? Trade line is just the same as this, what you're showing us, or is there like different types?
Right. Well, they categorize your trade lines on your credit report, right? So a trade line is a company that gave you credit and they're reporting how you're paying them. That's a trade line. Now, when it hits your credit report, it won't say this trade line is Home Depot. It'll say, it'll categorize it like home and garden. You see what I'm saying? They categorize it. That's how you see it on your credit report. I don't know if that answered that question, but that's the move. If you got a company that gave you credit, and when you make a payment on that credit, they send it to the credit bureau, that's a trade line. Okay? We good with that? Anybody else? Oh, you got 5 trade lines. April got 5 trade lines. That means you got a good start. All right, and I'm gonna tell you how good of a start you got, because you've been in here, you already know the routine, all right? Okay, but I'm gonna tell you how good of a start you're at though, all right? So this next slide is Microsoft. They got 131 trade lines, and we got Walmart, right? Walmart, they got 513 trade lines. Now, from Walmart, 80% of all the money that Walmart takes in comes from business credit. Yep. Thank you, April. So 80% of all the money Walmart takes in comes from business credit. Okay. And this is how they do it. They go to Bounty. They say, yo, Bounty, hook me up with a truckload of toilet paper, right? The owner of Walmart don't go in his pocket. He don't call up accounting and say, yo, cut a check. The toilet paper shows up at the store. They put it on the shelf. We go in there and buy it. They take our money and pay the bill. Bounty says, yo, you did that okay. Here's 5 truckloads. Now keep flipping that toilet paper, okay? And that's how business is done. At the big corporate level and at the small business level. At the corner store, when the bread delivery comes in, They're not paying for it. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done. All right? Point blank, period. How we can help. Business Credit Builder. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. Okay? That's how we get down. Okay, let's get started. How do you build business credit? Okay, fundability. All right? As a business owner, you may be beginning to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? Fundability is the ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make that determination? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are at high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Lenders are in it for the money, right? We all know that, right? How does a business get fundability? How does a business become fundable? To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. All right? This is the first step, setting up your business properly. This is the most important step. All right? This is the most important step, regardless what anybody says. Setting up your business has to be done correctly. All right? A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. Maybe the address or phone numbers didn't match on a couple of reports, and it just looks unprofessional. If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they cause you problems. Okay, the foundation of fundability is how your business is set up. Okay? It has to be set up to appear to be a fundable entity separate from you, the owner. Now, it just has to appear to look like you can pay a bill. You don't have to be able to pay a bill. You have to appear to be able to pay a bill, okay? That's how you get credit, all right? Boom. So these are the things that you need. Business name, your business address, your phone number, your EIN number. You need a DUNS number. You need a website. And you need a business email. All right? These are the things you definitely need to have to set up your business properly. Okay, contact information. The first step in setting up the foundation of fundability is to ensure your business has its own business phone number. Okay, so let me get to more details about this stuff, like for the phone number, right? You definitely need a local number that is listed with 411 National Directory. You can list your telephone number by using listyourself.net. Boom. All right. Now, what you need to know about this is that not all telephone carriers list. Okay. Now, I say that this is a necessity because all creditors and lenders are going to check to see if your business has a local telephone number that is listed. They definitely going to check, no doubt. This is one of the requirements, all right? The lenders and creditors think that credible businesses have a main telephone number that is listed. And that's one of the first things they're going to check, no doubt about it. And this, when you list it, it connects to your address. So you have to, when you list it, they ask you for your address, all right? So that's how that runs down. What about an 800 number? Do we need a virtual address? Okay, I'm gonna talk about both of those, okay? Okay, so you need a business phone number, fax number, toll free, right? Okay, this is how it goes down, right? What is necessary is that local number listed. Now, this is how they think. They're looking at your application. They got this local number, right? This is my main telephone number, people, right? That's where you put it, your name, your main local number. Now they look at that and they say, okay, bet. They got their telephone number, it's listed, it matches the address, because they're gonna do that. And then they see, oh snap, they got a fax number and they got an 800 number. Those are not necessary, but now it makes them look like you're credible. All right. The local number is necessary. The fax and the 800 number makes it look like you're credible. Okay. Be like, oh snap, he might be able to pay that. They might be doing some business over there. They got an 800 number. Now I don't think that way, but they thinking that way. All right. Business address. Here goes the rundown on the business address. There are 3 options for your business address. The first option is to have a brick and mortar, a storefront. You need a place that can accept packages. The second option is a virtual office address. In every city, all over the world, there are virtual office addresses that can get you a virtual address for as low as $50. Okay. Let me see. And the third option is a home address. And this is the last resort. And the reason why the home address is the last resort is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible. But they do take that on a case-by-case basis. I'm gonna go over that on these. Right, so the home-based business, that's the last resort, all right? Now, because they think that home-based businesses are not credible, but they do this at a case-by-case basis, right? So they look at the address. Now, and they consider the type of business that you're trying to do. Let's say you're a hairstylist. Well, maybe you can pay that bill from doing hair from the crib, right? But then on the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company. Well, maybe you can't have all those trucks at the house. So they're just trying to see if this makes sense. Okay? They're just trying to see if this makes sense. And another thing to know is that on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they're looking right at your spot. Okay? They're looking right at your spot, right? So boom. That address thing is crucial. So some people get the virtual address because they don't want to let people know where their business, where their home is, right? So they get a virtual address. Okay, this is my go-to for the voice, for the telephone, right? Either one of these companies will do you proper, right? Have you a local number and list it. Freedom Voice, Ring Central Vonage. My go-to is Freedom Voice. The reason why Freedom Voice is my go-to is because they charge you $9.95 per month, and they're going to charge you $3 a month to list it. Ring Central and Vonage, they start at $25 a month. What up, DJ? Yeah, so Ring Central and Vonage, they start you at $25 a month. You see? So I did the research for you already. Freedom Voice. Now they'll give you an 800 number and a fax number for under $20 a month. So that's the go-to right there. Under $20 a month, Freedom Voice got you locked down, and they set up your telephone system like you can make different extensions and make it sound all professional, like press 1 for sales, press 2 for customer support, and all that stuff, right? Make it look nice and professional, right? Okay, this is my go-to for virtual office. Virtual office, I use DaVinci, right? You can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, right? Go to vendors and you'll see the information for DaVinci. There's explicit instructions on how to purchase this product because a lot of people get this product wrong. So there's a telephone number to call, there's a person to ask for, and there's explicit verbiage to tell her, okay, to get the right product, okay? Because the address has to be set up correctly. It can't be like an address that 20 other businesses got that address. Some virtual office companies do that. That's not the virtual office company you need, okay? So DaVinci, they fill out this particular form, they send it to the post office, and you have a unique address for your business. All right? You gotta do it right from the beginning, right? And the stuff that I tell you is not stuff that you just skip over and be like, oh, I can do it without that. No, the steps I'm telling you is needed to do. All right? That's what I'm telling you. All right. Boom. EIN number. I don't think I need to spend that much time on explaining to you what an email address is. Fax. Our niece. What do you mean? UPS? UPS? What you talking about? All right. Okay, so this EIN thing, right? I'm not going to go over that unless you need to really know what this is, but I'm going to tell you the 2 things that you need to know about the EIN number. One thing you need to know, one thing you need to know about the EIN number is you need it to build business credit. The other thing you need to know about the EIN number is that it's free. You go to irs.gov, takes about 15 minutes to fill it out, and you get your tax ID number right then and there, Johnny, on the spot, all right? So I know I don't have to go over that because y'all are educated. All right, boom. Make sure you incorporate. In the state that you are in, you go to the Secretary of State and register your name. Every state has a different fee for this. In Georgia, it's $100. In New York, it's about $250, something like that. In California, it's like $800. All right. So every state does this differently. Incorporating your business as an LLC, S corp or corporation, is necessary to fundability. It lends credits to your business as one that is legitimate. It offers some protection from liability. And in order to separate your personal from business liability, you must select limited liability corporation or a corporation. If you select that your entity is a proprietorship or a partnership, then you'll be personally liable for anything that happens with this business. All right? Boom. Bank account. Once you have your Secretary of State certificate, and your EIN number. You go get a bank account, right? You need a separate, dedicated bank account. Keep track of all finances so you can keep them separate from personal finances or tax purposes. Most vendors and lenders require a business to have a business bank account in order to get approved. Word. Licenses. What is fundability? It is being a legitimate business. Okay, bust it. Basically, I'm gonna freestyle this one. Most people do have their licenses, but the most common mistake people do is they got their license, but they got an old address on the license. Boom. That'll get you denied, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. All right? So make sure the address on your license is up to date, right? And that every place that you have your business name, it is exactly how it is spelled on the Secretary of State. All right, so do the research needed to ensure that you have all the licenses necessary to legitimately run your business at the federal, state, and local levels. Yeah. Business website and email. Lenders and creditors will deny if you don't have a website. Spend time and money necessary to ensure that your website is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it has the same URL as your website, right? So don't use partychick@yahoo. Don't use that one, okay? But y'all get it though, right? This is common sense stuff. They want to see you do business from your business email, okay? If they see you do business from a free email service, then they're thinking to themselves, well, who is this? Where are they? They could be anywhere, right? This common sense stuff, all right? But you just got to know how they're thinking. So bust it. This is my website package. The small business web hosting package. It's all inclusive. That means I do everything for you. You continue doing what you do, and I get the website up and running for you, and everything works smoothly, right? So it includes domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, internet consultation, starts at $350. Boom. If you need a website, schedule a consult/consult. All right. Boom. Okay. Business credit reports. Okay, so far, everything that we talked about is basically step one. And you see how in-depth step one is. Step one is no slouch. That's the most important step by far. Okay? Now the step two is where we're gonna understand business credit reports and why you need them, what the deal, right? So boom. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. They are your blueprint for tracking your trade lines. So remember I said the trade lines are the bricks to building the house, right? Well, the business credit reports is the blueprint to building the house, right? You got to know how to read the blueprint so you can build a house. Boom, right? All right, so the popular business credit reporting agencies, there are 3 of them: Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. You see that FICO, SBSS, that's what they look at when you're applying for an SBA loan, okay? Now you can go to businesscreditbuilder.us/reports, and you will see these 3 logos, which are all linked to their respective websites. to a page where you can put your business name in an address, and you can find out if they have a report on you already. Okay, you could be a new business that ain't did nothing and they got a report on you. Okay, and you can do that for any business, right? Okay, so now the other thing you need to know about this business credit reporting agencies is that in order to access your business credit reports, they charge you about $100 a month to get access to your business credit reports each. And there's 3 of them that you need to be up on: Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. You need to be on those, okay? Particularly Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. Okay. Okay, so when you do business with my company, Business Credit Builder, we give you access to these reports for $25 a month. So we save you a little bit of money in that instance, right? But this is what you need to know, all right? And you need to have access to your business credit reports, because like you're gonna go get those trade lines, right? And when you make a payment, they're gonna send that report to the business credit reporting agencies, and they're gonna put it on your trade line, right? So you wanna make sure that these payments that you're making, that they're being reported accurately and timely. That's why you need to get on your business credit reports. You see that though, right? You need to be on those business credit reports to make sure that they're sending these reports accurately. And they don't do this like they should. You just think that, they're gonna make sure this happens, right? No, they don't make sure it happens, right? So that's why you need to be on it and adjust it when they slack up. Because these businesses are in business to make the sale. Now that they made the sale, they don't have that much customer support for after the sale stuff. You see? Okay. I see you, April. We're going to talk about that 5 trade lines. All right. Okay. So bust it. That's why we need to be on these business credit reports, right? All right. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These are 2 agencies that gather data from various sources, including public records. This means that they can even get access to information including automobile accidents, liens, and more. Okay? Now, while you may not be able to access or change the data that agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. Enough positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. Okay? So don't fret. We can just put new, if there's public stuff on there that's reporting negatively, positive information counteracts that. All right. In addition to the EIN, there are other identifying numbers that go along with the business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian BIN number. That's the Expin business information number, business identification number. Okay. Now, Dun & Bradstreet, they have what they call the DUNS number. And the DUNS number, and what that is it's an identifying number that is directly related to your address. Now, the Experian BIN is assigned to you, while the Dun & Bradstreet number, you have to apply for that. Okay? And so you got at Dun & Bradstreet, there's a DUNS number. And also at Dun & Bradstreet, there's the Paydex score. The Paydex score is the score that is from 0 to 100 that creditors look at to determine your credit worthiness. the paydex score. Paydex score. All right. That's the score they look at. Now, what you need to know is that Dun & Bradstreet will not give you a paydex score until 3 vendors have reported. Okay. That's just some good info to have right there. Okay, the credit history has everything to do with everything related to your credit score, which is a huge factor in the fundability of your business. Your credit history consists of a number of things, including how many accounts are reporting payments, how long you have had each account, what type of accounts are they, what type of accounts are they, how much credit is being used on each account versus how much is available. Are you making payments on these accounts consistently on time? The more accounts you have reporting on on-time payments, the stronger your credit score will be. Now, this is for your personal credit right here. And the reason why I mention this about the personal credit is this. See, you can just have good business credit and access money, and your personal credit be shot up, right? And you can just, let's say your personal credit shot, you got business credit. Now, you can access some money with that business credit. You can, right? But if you have good business credit and you got good personal credit, now your options have opened up more. That means you're more fundable now. You see that? You see? You're more fundable, and that's what we're talking about here. The fundability of your business. How fundable are you? And you're more fundable if you got both business credit and personal credit. You see what I'm saying? All right. Boom. That's how we run it down. Align your business information correctly. Your exact business legal name, your business address, your phone number, your address listed at the IRS for your EIN number. Don't skip that. Insurance, licenses, website, bank account, all need to have your business spelled the exact same way that it's listed on the certificate that you got from the Secretary of State. The key to this piece of business fundability is to monitor your credit reports. So boom, like I said, when you get down with us and we help you build your business credit, we have a program that you can do 25 hours a month and access all 3 credit reports, saving you a little bit of loot. All right. If you do this on your own, you'll be paying them about $100 a month for each one of them, and you need them. Word up. April in the building. Both your business and personal tax returns need to be in order. Okay. So you got your business financials. A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, or yearly, having financial statements on demand lends to the legitimacy of your business. Okay? Personal tax returns. Often tax returns for the previous years, 3 years suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. This is a bare minimum you will need. Other information lenders may ask for include check stubs and bank statements, among other things. Okay. All right, we're going to skip over that stuff. Okay, let me stop now and see if anybody got any questions. So if you got any questions, put the questions in there, or you can open up your mic. But check out this chart, right? This chart got all the factors that affect your fundability. You see, it's kind of complicated. I ain't gonna lie. Right? So on the left-hand side, you got credibility. All of this stuff affect how fundable you are. The industry that you're in, your business name, your business phone number, your time in business, business entity, EIN number, all that stuff. And then on the right-hand side, you got your application submissions, you got your financial statements, you got your business credit reports. So there's a lot that goes into it. And so the point is that it just makes sense to have somebody that's on your team helping you do this business credit stuff, because we know the hills and the lumps in the game. We know how to fix them. Bottom line. Any questions before we move forward?
I have a question. It's Gigi. Can you hear me?
G, I got you, G. What up?
We just got a brick and mortar, and how do I change my address on all of my documents?
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy right there, right? So boom, you got to go back from scratch. You got to go first to the Secretary of State. In Georgia, they charge you $20 to change that unless you are renewing. All right, then it's free. If you're renewing, it's free to change the address. You got to go to the EI. You got to call the IRS. That's going to take you a good hour on the telephone, hour, 2 hours on hold on the telephone. All right. I think they got a form to fill out that you can mail in for that. You got to go to your bank, change the address. You got to go to Dun and Bradstreet, change the address.
Dun and Brad just won't give me anything. I tried and tried and tried, and I've been in business 2 years. A number. So I just got a little plug. Right. I got a plug, so I'm gonna call them and use the plug. I just didn't do it yet.
All right, whatever the plug is, but
Dun's the numbers, government.
They're free. Dun's numbers are free. All right.
Yeah, but they won't give it to me. I don't know why.
Well, maybe you ain't do the stuff I'm telling you to do. All right.
Well, right, true.
I told you to do all this credibility stuff you need to have set up before you go set up your DUNS number.
Okay. I don't only have 2 vendors. I don't have 3. I only have 2.
We ain't even get to the vendors yet. All right.
Oh,
we ain't even get to the vendors.
Trade lines.
We ain't get to the trade lines yet. We ain't even get to that yet. The only thing we talked about right now is credibility, how to set up your business, the fundability, right? And we talked about business credit reports and the business credit reporting agencies. I ain't even get to the trade lines yet. So we still got some more stuff to go. But once you got your business set up credible, then you should be able to go get your DUNS number, and it's free.
Yeah.
All right. There shouldn't be no problem getting the DUNS number. All right. So
I think it's the mix in numbers. I think it's the mix, like you said, because I started out as a home business. Then we got a brick and mortar. Then I didn't have a business number. So I think it's all those miscellaneous, like you said.
Right. Yeah,
I think that's it. That's what I think.
That's going to solve you right away, right there. Boom. You line all that stuff up, they're going to give you a DUNS number just like that. It's free.
All right. Thank you.
Boom. Now we got that out the way. The next joint, the next step is vendors. All right. Vendors. Now, this step right here is crucial, and it's harder than the most. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's it, our niece. So bust it, right? So now we got our business set up credible, name, address, all that stuff. We understand our business credit reports. Now it's time to start building business credit with vendors and trade lines. Okay. This is an important step, and it's hard, and it's getting harder. Right now, let's say you're a starting business, you don't even have a business credit profile set up. And this is how we're going to get our business credit profile set up with net 30 accounts, vendor accounts, which means that we're going to have to find companies that's going to give us a little credit when we have no credit, and they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. And that's hard to find. All right. It's hard to find, one, a company that's going to give us credit when we have no credit, and 2, only 10% of all businesses can report to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high guidelines and requirements to even be able to report. So it's hard to find these companies. Okay. And now we got to find a company that's going to report and give us credit when we got no credit. Well, woo. Okay. And like, this is an exclusive webinar. What has happened now in the game is this. During COVID, see, businesses look at their financial statements and they analyze their financial statements. And what they've been seeing is their accounts receivable has been increasing, which means more people is owing them money. And they found out that these accounts are coming from these starter vendors. Okay. Now these starter vendors, COVID messed them up, and now they can't pay their bill. And now what do? They analyze their accounts receivable and say, we got to stop giving out those starter vendors. They gotta start having credit now. Okay. So the end result is vendors that I used to use for sure are no longer reporting. And it's getting harder to find starter vendors. All right. But at the end of this presentation, I'm gonna go into my system, because at our company, what we do is we stay on these starter vendors. Like what? We got a team that all they do is go look for starter vendors. And so every month, my starter vendor list changes. So my list that I have now is way different than the list I had last year. Okay. So every year my list changes because we are always on it. Right. Okay. So moving forward, a business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is with small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small amounts of small credit amount to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of credit initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as the EIN number and the 411 listing. And boom, here is a vendor. Well, this is part of the new update. I haven't even changed my slides yet. The vendor that I've always used, Strategic Network Solutions, is no longer reporting. Strategic Network Solutions is no longer reporting. And I've been using this vendor from 3 or more years that I've been doing business credit for all my clients. Okay? So it's crucial out here now. It's harder to get these. This is my vendor that I went to, was my go-to to get started real fast, easy, and quick. Okay? So we're gonna skip over these. I'm gonna go back at the end of this. We're gonna go live into my system and see what the active vendors are now, because they change. You see, they change. We're gonna go live into my system at the end of this broadcast. So we're gonna skip over this part, all right? But this is what you need to know. Some vendors will require you initial prepaid order before you can get approved for business terms. And I can see this happening more and more often now. Before you can even get a net 30 account, you got to do some transactions first. Uline is like that. Granger is starting to do that. Okay. You need to have a total of at least 5 net 30 payment terms reporting before you go to the next step. So who is it? April? Quill 2, right? Yep. And so now you need to have 5. So if you got the 5, that means you got your credit profile set up, right? Now you got credit. There's something on your credit file. And now we can start going to revolving credit, right? See, so these net 30 accounts, the priority and the reason why these net 30 accounts is so important is that you need to start your credit profile. There needs to be something on there. So we can get these, right, which are usually easy. I'm gonna show you how to do it, all right? But you need this step to get to the next, because the next step, the revolving step, you need to have credit already, okay? Like I said, each step is needed for the next step. Well, having these net 30s is a step you definitely need. Okay, boom. Let's move. Okay, after 5 trade lines are established using vendor accounts, obtaining revolving accounts is the next step. Revolving accounts, all cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Here goes some revolving accounts. Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and many more. There's like, it gets easy now, right? But you got to have credit. So that net 30 step, that's the crucial step. Because you can't get to these without something already on your credit profile. You can't touch these, okay? Unless you got good personal credit and you're gonna personally guarantee your accounts, okay? All right. Boom, 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 boom. Revolving accounts. Once 10 accounts are on the credit as an owner, you can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, Amex, right? Now you got to have 10 trade lines before you can apply for business credit cards. This is just to show you that you need access to your business credit reports so that you can know when you got 10, right? Boom. 10 trade lines. That's why you're going back, you're looking at your trade lines, and you're seeing the trade lines stack up. Francis got a question. How long do you have to have these accounts before you can apply for these? Well, the idea is this. Once a trade line hits your credit report, it's going to stay there, right? And those net 30 accounts, they're just to get that trade line on there. That's it. So you can just do one transaction with those net 30s to get that on there. But then the other side is that a year later, they'll see that trade line, but it'll also say when there's last time used. So these vendors that say last time used, well, sometimes you might want to go back and make another transaction a year later, but that's not necessary. The main deal is to get those trade lines on the credit report, okay? And you use them one time, right? Now, the idea is this: when you get to these revolving accounts, you want to pick one of these accounts, revolving accounts, and you use it more often so that you can call them back and ask to get your limit increased. You want to get one of these accounts with a high limit of $10,000. The reason is that when you go and get credit lines and credit cards, they will match your highest revolving limit. So your credit report looks better when those limits are higher, right? So you want at least one of them with a high balance. And the way you do that is you make on-time payments. You use it more. When they see you made some on-time payments, you just call them and ask them for an increase. Now, everyone has a different policy on how they do increases, right? So my formula for that is I make 3 payments on time, then I call them. And sometimes I make those 3 payments and then call them, and they might tell me, well, we don't consider increases until 6 months. Well, now I know I'm gonna put on my calendar in 6 months, I'm gonna call them back and get this increase, right? But the main formula is make 3 payments, call them and ask for an increase, and you'll find out what the routine is, right? Boom. Okay. It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within 6 to 12 months. Okay, no skipping steps. 10 trade lines, high limit of 10K, cash business credit account will match the highest credit limits reported on your credit profile. You will be able to access MasterCard, Visa, American Express, loans, and credit lines. The idea is to have 10 or more trade lines. All right. Now you don't get to 10 and just stop. You keep on moving, because the more trade lines you got, the more credit you're gonna have. The idea is to walk into a place and you fill out that application, and they're gonna look at your business credit report. Regardless of you giving permission or not, they're gonna look at your business credit report, and you want them to see a whole bunch of trade lines being paid on time. Now you can go get a loan. Now you can go get a credit line. Okay. Because we're doing a special presentation, I'm skipping over this. The 3 ways to get funding that your bank won't tell you about, I'm gonna skip over that today because we got the special presentation on those starter vendors. But we're gonna go through these slides real quick. Cash flow financing, right? That's one way to get money for your business. Cash flow financing. That's if you got $10,000 in deposits each month, you get a loan real quick, fast, and easy. That's not for everybody. That's high risk, right? This is for existing businesses. This ain't for startups, right? The next one is collateral-based financing. Collateral-based financing. You can use accounts receivable. They call that factoring. You can use government contracts to get funding. You can use stocks, bonds, 401ks to get a business loan. And I got more details about this stuff, but I'm just going through this real quick. Inventory, if you got $100,000 in inventory or equipment, if you have equity in your home, you can get a business loan. If you got an insurance agency, they got what they call a book of business. And with that, you can get a business loan. Okay. Also, if you have good personal credit. So if you have a 685 or better, I can get you a business loan. I can get you up to $150,000 in 3 weeks if you got good personal credit. No doubt about it. All right. And that's like free money, no docs. Just your credit gets you up to $150,000. Schedule a consult if you got 685 or better, and I could tell you more about that program. All right. We also, like I said, we have many different programs, right? So we have private money also available, like private companies that just got stacks of money and they're looking for the right idea, right? We got those. We got venture capital and equity financing. That's like the Shark Tank guys, right? When they give you money, they take a piece of your business, right? You also know about crowdfunding, and there's also funding through alternative lenders that will just fund equipment, which means vehicles. Any equipment for your business, they will fund you, all right? And you can get approved for that through this business credit building program. I'm trying to tell you, all right? So equipments, signs for your building, your vehicle wraps, all that type of stuff. There are companies that just got programs just for this type of stuff, okay? So they specialize. People don't go to the bank to get a business loan, all right? Out of all the funding for businesses, less than 1% went to the bank. And when you go to the bank, what they're going to offer you is the SBA loan. Most people don't qualify for that, right? So you have to go to alternative lenders that specialize. And that's what we help you out with, because we have access to the alternative lenders, right? We have a finance team that accesses you to the funding, to those lenders. Okay, at my website, there are testimonials at the bottom of the page. This is Brian. He's from New Jersey, and he discusses how he got his $50,000 real quick. The business credit builder is the fastest and the easiest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. Okay, you get for your business. You get business credit for your business, not linked to your social, through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You get access to discounted business credit reports, all right? Experian, Free Joint, largest supplier of starter vendors that we're gonna go through in a few minutes, all right? Them starter vendors are crucial. We got a massive selection of revolving store credits. We have hard to find cash credit sources. That's those credit cards. Now, when you go and look for credit cards, business credit cards on your own, what's going to happen is you're going to find these Capital One cards that say that they're a business credit card, but when you ask them who they report to, they say TransUnion. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that report to the business credit reporting agencies. That's a business credit card to me. Now, they might have business credit card on them, but if they don't report to the business credit card agencies, then that's just a credit card. All right. You get your personal credit, your credit check or guarantee. No personal credit check or guarantee is required. We get access to cash flow financing, collateral-based financing, unsecured financing, private money, alternative SBA, venture capital. Okay, so in our system, you get a control panel, right? Our control panel goes through every single step of building your business credit. You go in there, you have each course content, right? And when you go in there, you get instructions on how to complete those tasks. There's instructions and there's a video. And if you still can't figure it out, then you can call or email the advisory team, right? So it's not like you're doing this by yourself. You have a team of people helping you build your business credit right with you. They're looking at your business credit reports, helping you read business credit reports, letting you know when there's a problem, how to fix the problem. Doing this on your own, you'll be stumbling off of that. Now, I'm not saying you won't be able to finish it. You won't be able to do it, but it's going to take you time to figure out, well, hold on. Do I even have a problem? It takes you time to even figure out that you even got a problem. Then once you got a problem, how do I fix the problem? Now you got to know how to fix the problem. So that's what we do. We help you determine there's a problem, fix it, and keep you rolling, all right? You can do this on your own. I even gave you all the steps, all right? But it all ain't simple as it seems, right? There's stumbles along the way, no doubt. Now you can take the stumbles and do it, or you can have somebody help you out, right? So you go in there, boom, boom, bam, right? Now, when we get to the vendors, this is an example of a vendor and the information that we give you. This is for Racetrack. We let you know that they report to Dun & Bradstreet. This is a revolving account, the telephone number, fax number, description of what they sell, and how to qualify. Well, to qualify for Racetrack, you need an EIN number, DUNS number, payday score 78, preferred 3 years in business, business entity, a business phone number listed with 411. I already told you how to do all of that, right? So you know when to apply and when not to apply, when you're just wasting your time, right? Boom. Okay. This right here is Christine. This is one of my clients. She was able to get all of these in 6 months without using her social. 6 months. But not everybody is able to do this. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6,000, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. This is over $250,000. Look at PNC. That's a $150,000 credit line, which is different than a credit loan. I mean, a business loan. See, with a credit line, you only pay interest on the piece of that you use. You see? So you can do this step by step. Each step is needed for the next step, no skipping steps. You can do it. All right? You get your own business credit advisor, finance officer. All right? Okay, here's a quick summary, and then we're going to go over the those vendors, all right? Your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, master selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral based, unsecured, and private money sources. This will typically take you 18 to 24 months if you do it on your own, right? But I tell people, if you do it with us, we can get this done in about 12 months, right? That's realistic. But everybody does this at their own pace, right? It's about being administrative, right? And going to get an account and paying an account, but you got to be administrative, right? Not anybody can do this. It's not for everybody. All right. Not everybody can do administrative stuff. I'm just saying, right? Okay, I got two packages, the core package and the business credit building program. All right, the core package is exactly what I explained to you. You get your own control panel, right? You go in there, get access to the finance team with the core package. And the finance team will walk you through every option that you have. And if you do our steps, see, our program is about helping you get approved for money that we already got ready for you. Okay, so most of the people that come to us, they need funding for their business, but they come to me and they cannot get approved. So my building credit program and the core package helps you get approved. We're setting you up to go get approved. We got the lenders already. We already know what they need. Okay, so we help you get approved, point blank. All right, core package. Get started today. As part of this seminar, you get started with a huge discount on our premier enrollment plan. It retails for $4,400. My price is only $29.95. You get $500 off because you came to this webinar, which means your price is $24.95. You can pay that with a $1,500 down payment and 6 payments of $165. All right, or you can do the single payment option and save $750. The single payment option is only valid if you schedule your consult today, or you call me after we end this webinar. Okay, that's how you get your single payment option. Here goes the business credit building package. It's for people that cannot afford the core package. This one is a one-on-one consultation with me, building your business credit. It retails at $2,500. My price is $995. You can start today with $400. The single payment is $750. That saves you $250. All right? Boom. I try to make it happen for you. If you can't afford none of that, I even got ebooks. They start at $10. Right? If you can't afford that, check my blog. My blog got a whole bunch of info though. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so check the blog. You got good. That's the free route. Go to the blog. Stay up on the webinars. Check my YouTube. My YouTube got jewels. All right. So boom, get on the blog. Get on all the social medias. Here goes my contact, right? Schedule your consult right now. And now we're going to go straight into the exclusive part of this, right? Which I'm going to go into my, into my control panel, right? And I'm going to show y'all what starter vendors we have right now, okay? Now, notice that we work on these starter vendors every month, and every month the starter vendor list change. We build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors, right? Each tier, we will give you about 15 vendors, and we'll say pick 3 of these, right? So we'll give you 15, and then we'll say pick 3 of these. And for each one, oh, I put in the wrong information. We'll pick 3. All right, hold on 1 second while I get us ready to go into my system. All right. Okay, hold on. Let me stop the share. Okay. Now we're gonna share this screen now. All right. So let me see. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Can y'all see this homepage where it says training webinar? Y'all can see that? All right, so I'm in my reseller account. All right, so this is what the control panel looks like. All my clients get a control panel like this, right? You go into your control panel and you got all these different steps. Each step gives you the instructions, right? Okay, so everybody should see this where it says credibility, business credibility, establish business reports, start building tier 1, monitor business credit reports, building credit, all of those steps, right? You'll see that. So we're going to go into tier 1. These are the starter vendors. Okay. Now, all right, these are the starter vendors. Now, a couple months ago, there used to be way more than that on here. Okay. So Uline is 1, right? 76 Murphy. Come and Go, the creative, the CEO creative, Wex Fleet, those are gas, right? Come and Go is gas, Wex Fleet is gas. There goes Granger, Auto, Advanced Auto Parts, Supply Works, Flying J, right? Wilmar, Barnett. Barnett is probably going to be my first go-to right now. But let's check. Let me just double check that. I'm having to rethink my whole starting process because of this, okay? Because Strategic Network Solutions is not on there no more. So this is what the information that you get. And let's just go over here. Let's go over what the requirements are for Barnett. Now, Barnett used to be one of my easy go-tos, but I remember reading over it the other day, and it's not so easy of a go-to now. Y'all keep, don't be yawning on me out there. Okay, eBarnett, right? They're a Home Depot company. So you can't get this. Take the special note. See, Barnett, Hardware Express, Supply Works, and Wilmar are one entity, each offering different products. So please use only apply for one of these 4 accounts, okay? So E. Barnett is part of that Home Depot family. The other company that's down with it is Hardware Express, Supply Works, and Wilmore, okay? Now, here goes another twist. They're making it harder. So now they're not accepting virtual addresses, okay? So that's a note to take. You see that? Okay, so to qualify, you need to have your entity in good standings with the credit with Secretary of State. EIN number is with IRS. Business address matching everywhere. Your Dun and Bradstreet number. Your business license, if applicable. Business bank account you need. You need a trade business reference, bank references. They may ask to pay up front for first purchase or two for net 30, which they never did before, okay? So they'll probably ask you to make a purchase if nothing is already on your credit report. Virtual addresses are not accepted. See, they're putting the twist in the game. You see that? And they got that special note down there about the other companies, and you can apply online. So when you apply for eBarNet, you have to go online, pick your item, and then call up a person so they can manually place your first order. And when you place your first order manually, then they process it to see if you qualify and all that stuff, right? And then it just shows up at your door, and they send you an invoice paid in 30 days. All right. See, so they putting the twist in the game. This is one of my easy. It used to be easy. Now they putting a little bit twist in it, right? So, but that's basically the rundown. You see, that's only the vendors that's available now. Let me go back over these just so that you get them, right? Y'all can take these notes real quick. As I go through it this time, I'm shutting down the screen. I don't even show people this, all right? This is like some exclusive shit going down right now, okay? Pardon my French. Okay, we got Uline, 76. We got Murphy. We got Come and Go. We got the Creative, the CEO Creative, Wex Fleet. We got Granger, Advance. And each one of these we have, when we go in there and take a look at it, we tell you exactly how to apply for these, all right? Supply Works, Pilot J. Pilot J, that's a good one, take that one, all right? Pilot J, Flying J, all right? That's a good one. Ding, ding, ding. Note, take note. Wilmore, Barnett, that's another one. Ding, ding, ding. Then you got HD Supply. You got Marathon, Hardware Express. Now, see, months ago, this list was very long, okay? And I only trust the ones that's on this list. The other ones that people find out there, if you find some out there, let me know. But when you do find some, right, you got to ask them who they report to. Okay, that's the key thing. If you find some on your own, all right, who they report to, that's the key thing. The answer is Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, or Experian. If they say TransUnion, that's not the one we talking about. All right. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Anybody want me to drill down into one of these companies? I'll drill down into one of these companies. Anybody? I got a note up in here in the chat. Let's see.
Try the CEO Creative.
Okay, let's go in there. Let's see what's in there. The CEO Creative. Okay, the CEO Creative. Their website is the CEOcreative.com. They report to Equifax and Credit Safe. Let me let y'all know about Credit Safe. Credit Safe is valid, but it's not as popular in the United States. It's the main business reporting agency across seas. In Africa, in Australia, in the UK, Credit Safe is the shit over there. All right, but they're gaining momentum in the United States dramatically. Okay, but the three main ones in the United States are Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Experian. Okay, the CEO Creative, the description: get low price electronics with great quality. Wireless buds they are pretty good. Wireless buds, cameras for cars and trucks, speakers. All right now. Get quality custom design and branding services. Okay, create your own logo, business cards, business accessories, and more. Special instructions. Membership fee includes access to all their products, member discount access to web printing and graphic design at a discounted rate, annual fee, run business credit report. They run your business credit report, maintain monthly reporting. Membership will not be reported to the credit bureaus. That's key because some of these businesses, when you pay the annual fee, they report that payment. But they're saying that this company is not going to report that annual fee payment when you make that payment. They're only going to report your purchases. You need a minimum order of $40 to report. Clients, payment history, and all the records made from the previous month of today will be still reported to Dun & Bradstreet as soon as issues are fixed, hopefully this January. This must be an old note. Currently reporting to Dun & Bradstreet is being put on hold. So what I would do for this company is call them and find out who you're reporting to right now. All right. To qualify, you need an entity in good standings with the Secretary of State, business credit history, EIN with the IRS, business address matching everywhere, business license, business bank account, at least 120 days time in business. Yearly membership fee is $69. And you can order online or you can order on the phone, and the terms are net 30. So there we go. The CEO Creator. All right. So they noted in there, they stopped reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. They're reporting to Equifax. Okay. So, and see, Dun & Bradstreet is important because you need 3 reporting to Dun & Bradstreet before they even give you a pay debt score. You see, so we already noticed 2 vendors that stopped reporting at Dun & Bradstreet. Okay. So this whole start a vendor thing is crucial right now. All right. Okay. We're going to stop the share and open up the mic for any questions. Anybody got some questions? Let's run it. Who's still left again? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so
who's that?
I have had this is Frankie.
Frankie, sorry. What up?
How you doing?
All right.
Good. Okay, so I've had my DUNS number for about 2 years now. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I know everybody says that you need at least 5 of the net 30 accounts. I want to say I've been a little afraid to start them, but outside of Uline, Granger, and I just wrote it down. Uline Granger and the other one I forgot. What would be two others that you could add out? Because I know the other ones that you were saying that those were the revolving,
Right.
Like the
right. See, so you need to get to the revolving. You need 5. I won't even apply for a revolving until you get 5 net 30s.
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I would not even start applying for revolving accounts
Right.
Until you get 5 net 30 accounts, the starter vendors. We went over the whole starter vendor list just now.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So
those are the vendors that we recommend right now, because every month they're going to change. And next month is going to be less at the rate they're going. So
okay, and then I'm sorry. Once I get the 5 net 30 accounts, you're saying once they start reporting, then we can apply for the revolving. Did I hear that correctly?
That's correct. So you have to actually pull your credit report and see those 5 on there. Not know that they're on their way there, but you have to pull them and see that they're on the report, because that's what those revolving accounts are going to do. They're going to look at your report and they're going to be looking for those trade lines in order to get you approved. Okay. So, and it takes a while for them to even get there. Right. So it'll take about 45 days before they even get on your credit report. So I got a strategy for that. Right. This is what I do. See, some vendors won't even report if you buy it and pay for it in the same month. So this is what I do. So most companies report at the end of the month, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what I do is I buy the item close to the end of the month, like the 25th. Then at the end of the month, they're going to report. And I want to owe that item when they report. Okay. And then I want to pay that item in the first week of the next month within 14 days. Because when you pay within 14 days, when they send the report in, it's going to say they paid early. If you pay this bill on the 15th day, between the 15th day and the 30th day, then the report they send in is he paid on time. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, if you pay on the 31st day, then you're late. Notice it's a net 30 account, right? So net 30, you got to pay within that 30 days. Okay. So that's how I get around that, because some vendors will not even report unless if you buy and pay in the same month, right?
Gotcha. So this would be a good time now, because what we're like the 23rd, to go ahead and start applying for all of those net 30, and we'll apply for those 5 net 30 accounts and then go ahead and pay them next month. Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes it takes time, because like I said, it's like administrative stuff, you got to do something and then you got to follow back up. So you got to get up on your game, right? On your administrative game.
Most definitely.
Yep. And I say that because, not everybody got that administrative. Sometimes, people are impatient, so it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to be patient to do this. Because there's sometimes you have to take action, but then there's sometimes that you got to just sit back and let it marinate. And then you pull your report and be like, okay, let's go, right?
Which is true. So I run a hair salon. I'm a hairstylist at my salon, and I have to do the administrative work, and I'm maintenance, and I'm everybody. So I definitely understand what you mean by the patience part of it, because it does take. I think the best thing that works for me, because I am everybody in my business, just putting things on calendars so that way I get reminders.
There you go. There you go. See, you already Jamaican with 5 jobs at one job.
Most definitely.
All right. Anybody got any questions? This is the time we do questions. All right.
Hello, this April Callahan. How are you? How are you?
April, what up?
Hey, I've been doing a lot in the chat. I got a little one, so she in the background. But
Okay.
Just to make sure I clarify the actual, because I have the five oh goodness, credit lines, or what is it called? I forgot it right.
All right.
now.
You
The
got your 5
lines.
trade lines. Bet.
5 trade lines. So does that equate to the 5 net 30 accounts that you're saying that we have to have?
Yeah, basically. Do you know what those accounts are?
I do, but not really. I can kind of think about 3 of them, but like you say, you would help if I go through your services. You would help pull those, because I don't know exactly who's not reporting.
So what we would do with you is we pull your credit reports and try to figure out what vendors they are, because on the credit report it's not going to tell you what vendor it is. It's going to categorize it, and it's going to give us some dates. So, see, what I do with my clients is I have them set up a Excel spreadsheet with with the vendor name, the invoice date, the date is due, and all the details about this invoice, and when we paid it. So then now with this cheat sheet, now we can go back and look at your credit reports and try to figure out which vendors they represent, and then find out which one didn't, and then go and get that trade line that didn't. There's always somebody that didn't report. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So when you say credit report, you mean business credit report? Because I have a few things that's not on my personal credit report.
Business credit report. That's right.
Okay, I never knew how to do the business credit report. Okay,
Right.
great.
That's
Okay.
The business credit report is solely on your EIN number. Don't have nothing to do with your personal.
Gotcha. So
Okay.
at this time with 5 trade lines, I'm able to apply for like you said, Walmart, Target, Amazon, like store card.
Well, some of those accounts that you just mentioned are revolving accounts, but they have different requirements.
Gotcha.
Okay. So like the Walmart, I know they require you to be in business for 3 years. Now, they might have changed that. You know what I mean? So I have to go back into my tier. I think they're in tier 3, right? So when you go through our services, see, in the class I gave you the basic rundown, but when you're in my system, we take you through 4 tiers of vendors. Each tier, we're gonna tell you to pick 3 of these 3. I just showed you tier 1.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
So then we're gonna get 3 out of tier 1. Then we're gonna go get 3 out of the next tier.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. That helps out a lot. I have to, like I say, after this call, I have something else going on, but I definitely will reach out to you. I've done it before, but now where I'm at, I definitely need the help because I can't go no further.
Okay, cool. So get down with one of my programs. The most economical program is the one-on-one consultation.
All right.
And right now, if y'all schedule that consult, we can make, if the money's funny, we're gonna do something for you to help you out, because I want everybody to get help, right? I want success stories to come back and say, yo, I did it and it worked. You see? So
for sure it does. For sure. Thank you.
I'm willing to bend, right? I'm willing to bend to get everybody going and come back with their success stories.
Sounds good. So far, I'm a success story now with the virtual Da Vinci, the Ring Central, and the others. I have that. It's a lot of stuff that I actually follow with what you said. So thank you for that.
Right. I've seen you in here a number of times. Word. Yep, no doubt. So the stuff works just like I tell you, right?
Exactly. Just like it. You can't skip now one step, like you say. You cannot.
That's it. That's it. All right. Anybody else got any questions? Because I think we 20 minutes over the time. I hate to go over the time, right? Go ahead.
I just got one question. So I was just looking online and I don't know what tier this is, but I don't know if you can see those net 30s approval list. And
shirt ski. I saw a shirt ski. So one of my clients says shirt ski she applied for, but there was a situation with shirt ski. Let me see. Say something. So it'll come up big on my screen. Say something.
Hello.
Okay. I don't know. Type them in there. But yes. I just went over the I didn't see that.
Granger, the Uline.
Granger, that's on there. Uline, I'm not sure if that's a tier 2 now. Okay. I know they're not a tier 1 for sure. Because I know they need you to have credit. They need to have something on your credit report before they give it right to you.
Quill was one.
Quill, I don't know what their deal is right now, but from what I heard is that, see, they change all the time. Okay, so I can't tell you exactly what it is today, but I did show you today what's in our tier 1, right?
Right.
So the Quill, it might be in tier 2 now. I didn't take a look yet, but I know that they're asking, you to do some transactions first if there's nothing on your trade on your credit report. Okay.
Excuse me. Can I inject them in Quill? Because Quill was my first net 30 that I thought I had.
When did you apply for it?
I applied for it. I guess about 6 months ago.
Okay, it's definitely different now from 6 months ago. But go ahead, tell your story.
It was okay. Thank you. It was during the pandemic, and they had me do, I think, 2 or 3 orders, like you mentioned, to build their actual credit. So my months may be off, but after a while, I got the actual business credit, and then I called because I actually got an account with Duns & Bradstreet, and I noticed Quill was not reporting. And the employer was kind of upset about it because they once reported to Duns & Bradstreet, but all of a sudden, a lot of customers were coming and calling back saying that they were not on the Duns & Bradstreet. So it was a little conflict between them two on Quill saying they report to Duns & Bradstreet versus they're actually really not. So that's just the latest I had. And I got that message within the last 2 months that they were, all the accounts that they were paying, Quill was not reporting like they advertised that they were.
Right. So they're definitely not on our tier 1 level.
Yeah.
They might have dropped off of reporting. So that's why it's important. So there's 2 questions you need to ask these new vendors. One is, who do you report to? And you know the answers to that. And then 2 is when you report. That means you know when to place your order, right? But most of them report at the end of the month. Any more questions, anybody? I know I'm over the time.
I'm sorry, I have a question. I'm gonna ask a redundant question, so I do apologize.
That's cool.
What was the net 30 accounts again?
Oh, I went over them twice. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna run them over real quick before we get out of here. Since this is the exclusive webinar.
I appreciate
okay, so Uline is on the tier 1. So we got Uline 76, Murphy USA. That's a gas company, Murphy USA.
Right. We have a Murphy here.
Come and Go. That's KUM and Go. That's a gas thing, I think. The CEO Creator, Wex Fleet. That's WEX Fleet. Granger Industrial Supply. Advance Auto Parts. You got to go into the store for that one. I know that. Supply Works. That's one of them Home Depot companies.
Okay.
Pilot Flying J. They got a new card that is supposed to be pretty good. I haven't checked it yet. Wilmar, that's one of them Home Depot companies. E. Barnett, another Home Depot company. HD Supply. Marathon and Hardware Express. And that's all of the starter vendors in our tier 1. So when our clients come in, they see these vendors and we ask them to pick 3 of these before they move on to the next tier.
Okay, thank you. That's what I need to know. Now, I did hear you say, because I'm driving home too, and I had to go to Walmart. But I did hear you say the 3 that reported to, or the 3 that was for Home Depot, they're 2 different vendors, but it's all the same company. But you don't have to apply to all 3 of them, just one of them.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, before we get out of here, any more questions? Was today useful? Was the information about starter vendors useful? I know it wasn't what you wanted to hear, but I'm gonna tell you what you need to know, even if it's not what you want to hear, right? So we're gonna keep it 100 all the time.
I did have a question on Brother Booker, man. How can we reach out to you, man?
All right. My telephone number is, I'm gonna put it in the chat. How about that? Let me see if I can find the chat. 404-500-9687. And if you want to schedule a meeting, schedule a time, you go to this website, businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And I'm trying to get to my, I'm getting into my chat right there. I'm gonna put it in the chat as well. businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Boom. That's how you schedule a consult right there. They get you on the calendar and my undivided attention. And we get you going.
All right. Appreciate that, sir.
I thank you for hanging in there. You was here from the beginning, hanging in there tough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, cool. You the what's your name? Jermaine?
Yes, sir. Mr. Whiting with the credit.
Right. Okay, bet. I got a partner program too. You might want to take a look at. Check out the website.
Yes, sir. We're reaching out to you.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you for attending, and thanks everybody for coming. It's always a pleasure for me to pass on information that somebody can actually use and help them get to their next step where they're going. So once again, everybody, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Check out the YouTube, like Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, Instagram, right? Stay up with your brother. Later.